So urban exploring is basically going to places that the general public don't normally get to see, places which are normally off limits. It could be a hospital, it could be a school, an orphanage, a hotel, it could be someone's house. It's just really interesting to actually see these things firsthand, to know that no one else gets to see this. Right, tonight we're going to go to London. I'm going to try and take you up to a couple of rooftops. So you're going to see London from a different angle to what you've seen it from before. So I'm just going to grab a couple of bits which I think I might need. So this is the Park Plaza Hotel. It's just at one end of Westminster Bridge. What we're going to try and do is get up to the top. 16 stories, I believe. And from the top you have a fantastic view over Westminster Bridge, London Eye, you've got Big Ben behind you, House of Parliament. So yeah, it should be a really nice view from up there. Some sites are easier than others. Some you can just walk straight in, there's an open door and you're free to roam around for 4 hours.
I'm going to come and join you, Daniel, hold on. Yeah. Every fucking car is like this. This is past there.
And then, you know, at the end of it you can just come back down and just nod them a farewell as if you're going out to dinner.
Goodbye.
And you never return. You've got your photos and that's it. Off we go. Some of them are abandoned, derelict, forgotten places that, you know, some have been derelict for 20 odd years that have just been forgotten about. It could be a hospital, it could be a school, an orphanage, a hotel, it could be someone's house.
Spooky.
No one else gets to see this. You know, this has just been completely forgotten about. And part of it for me is to actually document this, take the photos and get to show the other people out there. And it's good to see somebody actually visit the same place as you, maybe 6 months later, and to see how the natural decay has set in, to see what has changed in those 6 months without human interaction. It's not a hobby that you can do half-heartedly. I mean, you have to be prepared to drive hundreds of miles, drive for hours, to go and shoot this one place, because that's the one place that you want to visit that's in the middle of nowhere, there's nothing else of interest anywhere near it. To then drive home, have 4 hours sleep, and then go in to do a 10-hour shift at work. I've never really done that many risky things at all, to be honest. I was always completely against taking risks, but you've sort of, well, I personally have come to realise that you can take some risks, and you know that you really do get reward from them. That's one of the latest. It was just a couple of weeks ago actually. There's this London rooftop. It's in central London. There's like a crane on the top. I believe it's used by the window cleaners. And it's just like one arm that projects over the edge of the building. So it's, yeah, you can sort of shimmy across on the crane arm. Yeah, up there, when you're talking these heights, just one slip and you've had it. That's game over. You feel such a thrill when you're out there, and you feel literally on top of the world, and then you walk back onto the solid roof of the building, and personally I just questioned, you know, what the hell did I do that for? But then 5 seconds later I want to do it again.
Obviously there's the safety implications of some of the places he goes to. Obviously derelict buildings are full of sort of, obviously, the unknown. You don't know if the floors are going to give way, staircases are safe. Obviously there's a lot of climbing involved. Yeah, that does worry me. But then obviously, you know, a lot of guys his age are up to far worse, and in some respects it's a hobby which he shares with me and shows me, you know, with the pictures he's taken, and I encourage it because I feel that there is a lot worse he can be doing.
What are your intentions here today?
Get right to the top of that building there. I've done it twice before. And it's not just this country. You know, urban exploring isn't just limited to the United Kingdom. People do it all over the world. In fact, you know, I've travelled across Europe. I've been to France, Belgium, multiple times, Luxembourg. So, you know, there are places out there in the world just waiting to be discovered. quite fun to sort of come into places like this knowing, or not necessarily knowing, whether there's security or not. Being able to sort of get into the building, work my way up, and know that possibly I've outsmarted someone. I don't see what other people see. I'm not looking at the same things that other people look at. Other people are walking around, sometimes oblivious, sometimes not. They might look at things that are at their level, at eye level. I'm looking up